What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about our Atlanta Falcons and what our Atlanta Falcons must do this Sunday to defeat the Washington Commanders. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about our Atlanta Falcons and what the Falcons must do this Sunday to defeat the Washington Commanders. So this upcoming game on Sunday will be played at home by our Atlanta Falcons. It is a 1 p.m. Eastern kickoff game. And news did come out today that the Washington Commanders will be without their starting quarterback, Jaden Daniels, who suffered a knee sprain 2 weeks ago. So he will miss his second game for the Washington Commanders. They also will be without their top pass catcher or top wide receiver and Scary Terry McLaurin. He also will miss this game with injury. So right now the Washington Commanders are really banged up, and we will be seeing familiar foes in this game. Dan Quinn, former Atlanta Falcons head coach, is the head coach of the Washington Commanders. So we're very familiar with his scheme on defense and what Dan Quinn stands for. We also will be seeing former Atlanta Falcons starting quarterback Marcus Mariota, who is the backup quarterback for the Washington Commanders, but will start this game in the absence of Jaden Daniels. So a couple keys that I want to talk about for our Atlanta Falcons to defeat the Washington Commanders this Sunday. So the first key to victory in this game for our Atlanta Falcons, we have to come out and we have to establish the line of scrimmage. We have to run the ball. In this game, we have to let Michael Penix get into a rhythm and allow our offensive line to get into a rhythm. And I feel like everything starts and ends with our Atlanta Falcons running game. I do believe that Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier are the engines to this Atlanta Falcons offense, both them and the offensive line. So we have to come in and establish the trenches, feed Bijan Robinson, feed guys like Tyler Algier, and allow Chris Lindstrom and that offensive line with guys like Jake Matthews and Bergeron and Wilkinson, allow those guys to move forward in this game, allow them to go ahead and set a tone early in this game that we're going to run the ball right at the Washington Commanders. And I really feel like if we come out with that mindset, it will set the tone and it will allow Michael Penix Jr. to get comfortable. You can set up some play action passes and things of that nature down the field if we're able to get that running game going. But the Falcons cannot abandon the running game in this game. The second thing the Falcons must do to defeat the Washington Commanders, as far as the key to victory, is stop the Washington Commanders running game. We know that Marcus Mariota is a mobile quarterback. We know that he's basically a one read and take off and run type of quarterback, but they do a lot of different things with Cliff Kingsbury and that Washington Commanders offense. They run a lot of triple options and RPOs and a lot of different things out of the pistol set, similar to our Atlanta Falcons. So they run like a college style offense, but they can run a lot of different variations out of that run game. And I really feel like in this game, they're going to try to keep Marcus Mariota out of harm's way by running the ball a whole lot like they did last week against the Las Vegas Raiders. I believe Mariota threw less than 25 pass attempts in the last game. So the Falcons have to come out on defense and stop the run, set the tone early on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Don't allow Marcus Mariota and that Washington Commanders offense to get comfortable with them being able to run the football and them being able to open up the pass with using the run. I really feel like we're going to have to force them into some third and long situations where they have to be, have to pass the ball in obvious passing downs. And that's when you can allow that defensive line of ours with James Pierce Jr., Jalen Walker, and all of those guys that we have up front. That'll allow them to go hunt the quarterback if we're able to put them in some third and long situations and make Marcus Mariota uncomfortable. And the third and final key to victory in this game is we got to win the turnover battle. The turnover battle and the field position battle. Last week we did a poor job of punting the ball. We did a poor job of finishing drives with missed field goals and things of that nature. In this game, we can't afford to have those type of miscues. So it's going to be very important in this game that we win the turnover battle, so we don't have the fumbles and the interceptions and things of that nature. And it's going to be very important that we come in and set a tone as far as not allowing the Washington Commanders and Marcus Mariota to play on short fields. Now, I did talk about in my other video that Marcus Mariota is one of those quarterbacks that's turnover prone. He will throw interceptions and things of that nature, but you have to force him into passing situations, because I really feel like Cliff Kingsbury and that offense and Dan Quinn, they're going to try to keep Marcus Mariota out of winning the game. They're going to really want him to be a game manager in this game. They're going to want to stick with the running game and play solid defense and play good special teams. But I really feel like it's going to be up to our Atlanta Falcons defense and the offense to get them out of rhythm, and also to put them in compromised positions, making them have to chase points. I really feel like it's going to be important that we score points in the red zone in this game, but we're going to have to force Marcus Mariota to beat us. We can't allow them to run the ball at a high clip as far as them getting, 4 and 5 yards to carry. We got to start this game off strong and, stop them, from getting a lot of yards on first and second down. If we can create a couple negative plays on first and second down, I think that'll bode well for our Atlanta Falcons and put them in some third and long situations. And that's when I believe that Marcus Mariota could overthrow someone, or maybe have a ball batted, or possibly even some type of strip sack from one of our pass rushers. So it's going to be very important in this game that we force them to be one-dimensional. We don't allow them to use that running game and allow them to control the clock and kind of control the game, similar to what they did last week. They had a ton of explosive plays on special teams last week against the Raiders, and they also did a good job of allowing Marcus Mariota and that running game to kind of take over that football game. So those are my 3 keys for our Atlanta Falcons to win this football game on Sunday. We have to come out, 1, establish the trenches and run the football. 2, stop the run in this game and force them into compromised positions. And 3, win the turnover battle. If we do those 3 things in this football game, I expect the Atlanta Falcons to come out with a victory, and we will be sitting at 2-2 possibly if we're able to get the win. So with that being said, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy my content, make sure you hit that subscribe button for your boy. I have a lot more content coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.